I'd like to know, are you really ready for some super dynamite soul? And thank you, because now it's start time.
Assalamu alaikum. We are in the building, y'all. This Saturday is 7 p.m. and we got the show of shows today, right about now. As I say every Saturday around this time, go ahead, take this finger and hit that like button, hit that share button. And if you're watching us on Facebook, go ahead and subscribe, like, and share. And if you're on YouTube watching this show right now, you can go ahead and subscribe tonight. We are going for the big five. The big five. We trying to hit that brand new threshold of 500 subscribers. So again, take this finger, hit that like, and tell somebody that your favorite DJ Rockwell, is on your radio. Man, and I mean to tell you, we got a show lined up tonight. As you can see, y'all, we got company. We got company. Big Dave. Come on now. We got company, y'all. Tonight, we got in the studio the JAKQ Brothers in the building, y'all. It's going to be one of those kind of nights. Come on now. Before I introduce the brothers, before I introduce these beautiful black brothers to my right, or your left, or whatever you're looking at on your screen, again, we need everybody to share the show, because tonight is going to be a fantastic conversation about media, about podcasting, about the image of black men in media. But I just want to tell this quick story about these beautiful brothers right here to my right. I got a call about the summer of 2020, that said, "Bro, Vaughn, we got an idea. We want you to have this photo shoot." Big Patrick, what's good? We want to have this photo shoot because we got this idea to do a podcast. So, I had my camera and, we went out with the brothers and we took some great photos, and we had no idea that a year later that these brothers were going to be impacting the entire nation of Islam. Check this out. And again, I'm just introducing these brothers before we go on. But before I go another further, I got to say this. We at the Rockwell Radio Show have been on the air over a year. And Big Dave has been riding me, say, "Vaughn, get a cash app. Vaughn, get a cash app. Vaughn, get a cash app." I said, "I don't want to do that. I don't want to ask people for money yet." So finally, I decided to start investing in the show. And then I bought the Rodecaster Pro. I bought professional lightings. I bought a professional grade broadcast mic. I bought a professional camera. And, I still didn't want to ask. Dave said, "Vaughn, go ahead and get the cash app so that people can support you." So today we announce you can finally support the Rockwell Radio Show. That's right. And we need your help because we want to grow. If you want to support the Rockwell Radio Show, you can do so at $ Rockwell Radio, as you see right there on your screen. $ Rockwell Radio. So, all right, Dave, I did it. We did it. Let's move on. Let's keep it going. Let's introduce these beautiful brothers right here. As you know, they are named the JAKQ Brothers. And this is a hip hop show, obviously, right? And I thought, man, the names are JAKQ. JAKQ is significant in hip hop because of the fact that we as DJs are on their personalities, especially from the radio background, they refer to us as jocks. So it's no coincidence that these brothers are now becoming household names behind the microphone as the JAKQ Brothers. They established their YouTube presence in August of 2020, and you can find them there. And they've been at this now going on 2 years now. They've experienced some personnel changes along the way, but they've kept going. And their guests, oh my God, their guest list, they've had everybody on the show from student Minister Ishmael Muhammad. Oh my God. They've had student Minister Ava Muhammad. Oh my God. Guest on the JAKQ Brothers show. They've had student Minister Nuri Muhammad. Wow. Been guests on these brothers show. They've had as guests even the Prince of Pan-Africanism himself, Dr. Umar Johnson, and the list goes on and on and on of guests that have been on the JAKQ Brothers podcast. Now, before we begin, and I bring these brothers to your attention, they're already on the mic, they're already in front of us. But first, I want y'all to watch this. Please welcome, for the first time on the Rockwell Radio Show, live in studio, my brother on the far right, brother JAKQ Muhammad, and right here in the middle, my brother Kawi Muhammad. Welcome to the show, brothers.
Hey, thanks for having us. We appreciate you, DJ Rockwell.
Thanks, so appreciate it, brother.
Glad y'all here. And the third member of the JAKQ Brothers is en route. He will be joining us virtually momentarily.
Because he always late. Always late.
We know you watch it, Ak.
That's right.
We know you watch it. So until our brother gets here, we'll dive right in.
Yes, sir.
Man, let's start at the beginning. I want to unravel the genesis of the JAKQ Brothers because people need to know how this great idea developed into what people see today. So tell me, who was it that actually had the idea that said, let's do this? Whose mouth did it first come from first?
You can handle that.
Okay, so, Captain Oliver put Jack in charge of a junior FOI class. And after each class, they would come by the house doing COVID. But we would just build all day about the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I mean, I was learning things I had never heard before in my life. I'm the youngest in the Nation of Islam in terms of time in the Nation of Islam. And, at some point, I think Ahmed said, man, we got to take this to podcast.
Come on.
Came out of Brother Ahmed. Brother Kadeem was on. I was on. We had to pull teeth from Jackie. we had to wrestle with Jackie a little bit, man. But we finally got him on too. We were like, we're good together, brother. Let's do this.
So Jackie, what was your objection?
I'm not a camera person. I'm camera shy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm comfortable behind the scenes, and that's basically what it was.
Okay, so what happened then?
So now I know the truth.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, in the building with us are the one and only JAKQ Brothers, live here in the studio at the Rockwell Radio Show. Listen to this. Listen to this. And again, everybody go ahead and share the show, man. We need to tell everybody about what's happening right here on the Rockwell Radio Show. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that like and share button. And if you're looking at us via YouTube, subscribe today.
Come on now.
Today, we're going for 500 subscribers, y'all. We need to get there. And the reason that we're doing this is because we need to do better with representing Black media and Black voices in media. And we're not going to do it working apart. So we want to talk to all of the podcasters out there. If you're watching this and you got a podcast, share this show with a podcast host right now, especially a Black owned and operated podcast that deal with the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We got to unite and pool our resources now. But let's move on.
That's right.
I went and pulled some podcast statistics. And you might find this interesting, brothers. I pulled some statistics. And there was an article on a website. They go ahead and put that article up. That was called podcastinsights.com. And did you know, and this was released last December, and the stats are from April of last year. But what I want to direct your attention to that you see on the screen at the bottom in the gold box.
Yes, sir.
It says people often ask, how many podcasts are there? And as you see, the bottom, it's over 2 million podcasts.
Wow.
Wow.
So the question I want to ask y'all, okay, thanks, Big Dave. The question I want to ask y'all, what makes the JAKQ Brothers stand out in what most people would call an oversaturated market?
I think initially it was looking at four brothers. Four brothers, dressed nice, intelligent, articulate. Just it was against the norm of what you would say Black men are. And I think it was a breath of fresh air.
Come on now.
Honest. And even when I sit back and look at it, I'm surprised, and I'm enlightened. I'm inspired. It's been an honor working with these brothers.
Come on now.
And you, as you have been a guest on the show and a guest host, and it's a breath of fresh air, bro.
What you say, Kawi? What y'all bring to the table?
For me, man, it was about putting a positive image out there of how Black men should be, brother. I mean, we got so many negative images out there. You look at the news, everybody's getting killed, everybody's robbing somebody, everybody going to jail.
Come on.
But when they put a Black man on there, it was none of that. The only people they really put on television was the ones that excelled. I like to say this to Brother JAKQ and Brother Ahmed. We represent the common man, the man that work every day, that takes care of their family, that works in the community to make it a decent, safe place to live. We work with the youth. And we've been doing that for over 2 years now. And I really feel that if Black men got on that ride right there,
come on.
a people,
come on,
man, we can come up overnight.
Yes, sir.
And so you don't have to be just, a movie star, a football player, and those don't have to be the only role models that you look at, attest to. But you can look at us. Just some regular brothers and say, you know what? They doing it without all the glitz and glamour. Why can't I do it too? So that's what JAKQ Brothers is to me.
Come on now.
Brothers and sisters, they say they don't care if it's 2 billion people out there. The JAKQ Brothers got what it takes to make their mark in the podcast game. So as we wait on Brother Ahmed to come on, whatever that will be, if that'll be. We'll keep on going with what we got. And yeah, y'all share the show because we are in the building with the mighty JAKQ Brothers, and we've got to do better with sharing and supporting each other on this microphone, man. Because we don't get no support from the mainstream media.
Right.
We don't get no support from any of those other people out there. Right. So we want to make sure that when you see these brothers on the on the YouTube, when you see these brothers on Facebook, share their program. Let's move on with the next question. we obviously we depend on feedback, and we're interested in what people think.
Right.
Because we're here to impact our watchers and our listeners. What has been some of the most interesting and inspirational feedback you've gotten for doing what you do?
Wow. Go take that one, Brother Jackie.
Everything. Any feedback, first of all, is welcome. You know, one of the greatest fears of us is public speaking.
I can't tell.
I mean, but that's a reality, and that's one of the feedbacks that definitely we get. Man, I would do it, man, but I'm afraid to go out in front of the public. Brothers and sisters, we invite to the show, and it kind of surprised me of some of the brothers that said, "Man, I'm so nervous." You know, I was nervous coming here.
How about it?
You know, but it's exciting though. It's something. It gives us a chance now to express ourselves outside of our comfort zone.
That's big.
Yeah,
that's really big.
I think so. I think that if there are some of you that have inspiration to do it, I think you should do it. If it's in you, if you think that God has placed something in you that the world need to see, this is your chance. This is your opportunity.
Listen,
you know, and you don't have to wait for Anheuser-Busch to come and support your program.
Hello,
you can get it started.
Right.
Walking the dog money. So,
come on now, what you say, Kawhi?
I like what Brother Jackie said, man. You know what's big for me is when people come back to me and tell us how our show made a change in their life.
Come on.
Yeah. We had one sister say she lost 16 pounds.
Come on, get out of hand.
For watching one of our shows.
Wow.
And then
come on, man.
On top of that, she said now she eats one meal a day.
Listen, that's what's up. That's what's up.
We had the mental health shows. I personally, after one of the mental health shows, went and got.
That's what's up.
I went to my mental health doctor and started getting some treatment. I know some other people getting treatment from it.
Right.
And so when you hear shows like when you hear stories like that, you're like, I mean, you know, once the camera's off, once the show is over with, man, you're home by yourself, man. You don't know what effect you had on people. You just, all right, let me go to bed. Let me get ready for work tomorrow.
Come on.
But when they come back and say, man, I watched your show last night and it made I learned something I didn't know before, and I made a positive change in my life. I say to myself, wow, that Allah is really working through us.
Listen,
right.
He really is, and I'm like, you know, I didn't feel it.
Right.
But when people making those type of changes, it's nothing but Allah, and that's worth one person. You know, this show is worth one person getting right.
Beautiful.
You know what, Brother Vaughn?
Go ahead, brother. Sir.
I did get a call the other night from a brother who watched our motherhood show. And he was explaining, he was like, brother, I watched me and my wife, and we sat in our living room and watched the show, and, you know, I was able to understand her what she's going through.
Come on.
You know, and to have that type of impact, especially this one of the hard New York brothers.
Come on now.
And to have that impact on our brother, you know, it really made me feel good, you know, that we are striving to give a service to the community.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
JAKQ Brothers in the house, y'all. I'ma say it again and again and again. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that like button. Big Mike in the building, Apocalypse. Hit that share button because we got a message for you today. If you're on Facebook, share the show, hit that like button. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe today. With me is Brother Jack and Brother Kawhi of the mighty JAKQ Brothers, who have one of the greatest podcasts out today on YouTube. Their show airs every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Let's keep going.
That's right.
Now, it's not unusual, brothers, for a podcast to have obviously one host. I want to spill that. One host, or even a host and a co-host. But in y'all's case, it's three people. And I want to firstly commend you because it's a classic example of what working together looks like.
Right.
So the question I want to ask in that is, how do you all decide between the three of you which guests to invite and which topics to tackle?
Go ahead, Kawhi.
No, so in the beginning, it was the sky's the limit. Everybody was a guest. We had no track record.
Right.
Now that we've had these guests on the show, we had to figure out, kind of like we had to revamp the show and figure out how can we best utilize the show to help people. So we started dedicating months, topics to month. So we might have a month that's called Health and Wellness Month.
Cool.
And then once we do that, we find the guests that can best fit those topics.
Cool.
We might have Respect the Black Woman Month. We gonna find the guests that best fit those topics. And so it's made it easier for us to start planning for future shows. And so yeah, man, that's how we get down now.
And also we have a voting system.
Okay.
And we also
democracy.
Yes, we have a democracy, and we also have a we're bent towards agreement. So if Brother Kawhi comes with an idea, we leaning to say yes. You know what I mean? So we have that's in the laws of dialogue.
Come on,
you have a bend towards agreement. So we're leaning to agree with you. But if we disagree, we make it known that I don't disagree with you. I disagree with that idea.
Well, the idea.
Yeah, that's
right.
Important.
Right.
That's very
Come
important,
on, brothers, man, because that's a rarity. Because as you know, as they say, when there's so many chefs in the kitchen,
Yeah, brother.
So,
brother, them beans don't taste good, bro.
Brothers, I commend you.
Yes, sir.
No, that's Jackie, brother. That's Jackie that kept it like that. Because your ideas get shot down. As a man, you'd be like, "Well, would you have a better one?" you trying to take it personal. But no, Jackie, he always kept it. Hey, right there, look, man, I'm not shooting you down. The idea. Don't take it personal. Rise above emotions. Stop being so emotional. I was that guy, man. I'm the fireball, man.
Plenty of arguments.
I can imagine.
Plenty.
I can imagine. Let me ask this, and then we're gonna get to the question that's on the screen in just a moment.
Yes, sir.
Now, obviously, you all are, I guess, new in the podcast game. I'm new in the podcast game. And as startups, as the quote unquote new kids on the block, it's not often that we will attract the big names or well-known guests like established podcasts or established shows will, because they got a track record, as you mentioned a moment ago.
Right.
So you all have had the names. You all have had people of note, celebrities, entertainers. So my question is this: because of the fact that we are upstarts, so to speak, out of all of your guests, and we're up against the break in just a few minutes, so I'm trying to get these last two questions in first. Out of all of your guests, which one were you surprised? Like, oh, damn, they said yes. Which one were you surprised? They said yes, they'll be on the show.
I don't know. I say Jim Jones. Jim Jones surprised me.
Okay.
Dr. Umar did surprise me as well. And the brother from Onyx.
Oh, I don't know his name.
I forgot his name as well.
Right. But the little short one, they'd be in the movies.
Yeah, Sticky Fingers.
Sticky Fingers.
No, it wasn't Sticky
not
Fingers.
Sticky Fingers.
No, the other guy from Onyx.
Fredo Star?
Yeah, Fredo Star, right.
Fredo Star, yeah, Fredo Star. Those kind of surprised me.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. The person that surprised me probably was student Minister Ishmael.
How about it?
And Abdul Malik. It was the hardest to get to. I was like, you look at them like these gigantic figures,
How about it?
And so just the nerve to call them, and you never get them on the phone. You always get the secretary on the phone.
How about? Hold on, so you know what? We're at break. Big Dave, go ahead and go to break, and we'll be right back after this message with our next set of questions.
This is your brother Willie Muhammad, and I'm asking each and every one of you all to tune into the DJ Rockwell Show, live online. Peace.
Peace. This is your sister Aisha, the mental resurrectionist, hailing out of Baltimore, Maryland. Listen, whenever I'm online, I always tune into the Rockwell Radio Show. It's that hype. It's that dopeness. And you should tune in too. Peace to my brothers David and DJ Rockwell for holding it down, locking it down, giving us those sounds. Love y'all. Peace.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sister Latasha Muhammad, and when I'm online, I rock with the Rockwell Radio Show.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Brother Vaughn Muhammad of the Rockwell Radio Show. For years, I've been hearing the same thing from a lot of people. Brother Vaughn and DJ Rockwell are completely two different people. So I came up with a way to separate the both of us, and perhaps we can get along better if we try it this way. Introducing DJ Rockwell. What we're going to try to do is do this together and not get on one another's nerves. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, check out your brother Vaughn Muhammad and this guy, DJ Rockwell.
Worldwide, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Download the Final Call Radio app and take us everywhere. On your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also log on to finalcall.com and click the Listen Live button or finalcallradio.com. Final Call Radio, the official voice of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam.
Welcome back. This is DJ Rockwell, the nation's #1 DJ, and we are in the building with the mighty JAKQ Brothers. Their podcast is every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, and you can go to the description of this video and click the link to subscribe to their podcast. I had to take my break a few minutes early. I'm sorry, David, I didn't mean to do that, but I had a situation here that I had to jump on real fast. But let's go on with these questions real fast. I got something I wanted to get at. We were talking about people that are surprised, that you surprised they said yes. Right. And I apologize. I think I interrupted your answer. Yeah. Who came on that you were shocked that, they said yes?
Abdul Malik.
Student Minister Ishmael. I had not ever talked to them. It was all their assistants. And so when the show was actually coming on, it was like, they're still not here, brother. And they kept saying, did you change your mind, Kawhi? Did you change your mind? I'm calling, blowing the phone up constantly, man. And then just when we start to introduce, I said, hey, this is Brother Kawhi. They pop on the screen. I mean, no prep time, no video prep. I was really happy to have them on the show. I really was happy to have them on the show.
Have you ever been intimidated by guests? Like the fact that they were there?
Yep.
Tell me about that.
Dr. Ava Muhammad.
Come on. What was that
that's
like?
For me. That's for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was you intimidated by her?
I wasn't intimidated, but Dr. Ava, you was very careful. We made sure we picked the right questions. We asked the right questions. We asked them in the right tone, the right manner. You
dot every I, cross every T.
Exactly. I mean, it was just out of respect and love.
Of course.
Honor and respect and love for her and the work she's done in our nation of Islam.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Check this out. Okay. Now, we talked a moment ago about impact. At what point did you realize that, oh, wow, people are actually listening?
When my mom called me and she had watched the show and she was coming, well, you got to do this, this, and this. Y'all should do it like this, this, and this. And I'm going to watch next week and I'm going to make sure that and then my coworkers is watching as well. And people back home in Florida, some of my people back home in Florida was watching, aunties, uncles, cousins, just family members. whom I hadn't invited, and they're a constant, they're a consistent watcher. So yeah.
Yeah, for me it was like I came out I came out the church.
Yes, sir.
Hunter Hills Missionary Baptist Church. That's where I attended.
Missionary Baptist Church.
And so for them to see me saying Assalamu alaikum,
yes,
Allahu Akbar,
yes, sir,
throws them up. So a lot of times they'll tune in just to see if I'm real, I'm serious.
Come on, wow.
Right. And so they'll come in and say, man, you look just like your daddy.
Yeah.
And my sister may say that. Oh, I'm gonna be. This is a true story. One time I went to Sam's, and some guy was like, I know you from somewhere, brother. And I was like, well, I started there. I was part of a book club. I played softball. I started naming. I shot pool before. What I'm saying?
Right. Where does dude see me at?
Where you know me from, brother? And he just couldn't get it. And they said, that's that brother on that podcast.
Wow.
And he took a selfie with me.
Come on,
I
man.
was like, get out of here. Yeah. So that's
celebrities, y'all. Straight celebrity status.
You're never tell you that one.
No. You're tuned into the Rockwell Radio Show. If you are watching right now, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button. We are trying to reach some bigger goals here. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that like and share. And if you're on the YouTube channel watching this show right now, subscribe today. My guests are the mighty JAKQ Brothers. They have an awesome podcast, and it runs every Tuesday live at 7 p.m. on YouTube. Now, I was just informed that in the building with us is the third member.
Late man.
Of the JAKQ Brothers.
Come on now.
Now, I see he's trying to get his camera situated with his late self.
Yeah, with his late self. Yeah, we're going to talk about you.
Please, brothers and sisters, welcome to the Rockwell Radio Show, the third member of the JAKQ Brothers, Brother Ahmed Bill. My man.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Look sharp, brother.
Oh man. I got stuck in the airport.
But you here now, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To answer your question, Brother Patrick, yes, we are going to open up the phone lines in just a little while. We want the people to call in who support the JAKQ Brothers to ask them any questions that you may have for the JAKQ Brothers in just a few moments. You made some good questions, man.
Oh man, can't we answer all the questions? He always take over all the questions, all the answers anyway. He don't give nobody a chance to ask no questions. I would have been silent anyway.
But you are on time for one of the best questions. I'm gonna call this probably the hard question. Now, and I'm going here for a reason. Obviously, we do this live. Right. When guests come on the show, we don't know what they're going to say. Right. We don't got, like they have in the radio business, the mute, the dump button. We don't have that here. Mm-hmm. Whatever happened, happened. Y'all had a guest at one point that y'all would have needed that dump button for.
Right.
And I'm bringing this up for a reason, and I'm going to tell you why. In November, your guest was Shahrazad Ali. And there were some comments made that were somewhat contentious. Now, again, we're all new podcasters, but I'm bringing this up for two reasons. What did you learn from that interaction with that guest in that situation? And the other question I want to ask is, what would you do different today?
That's to Ahmed?
To all three of you.
Oh, okay.
Now let me say this. I just told a story without telling a story.
Right.
I'll let them tell the story if they choose to tell the story.
Well, it was preparation. We do prep for shows. We strive to have shows 3 weeks out. But definitely during that time it was things were short notice, was speeded up, but preparation is key for when you have a guest that may go left. We don't have the dump button. We don't have the.
It's all
button.
live.
Yeah, it's all live. And then you since it's live, we are very conscious of how we come off to the community.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
never want to see. We don't want the community to see us out of character.
Yes, sir.
We definitely do not want to put a stain on the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan because we are FOI.
Come on.
That's right.
And we are very conscious that we are walking on eggshells because we represent a brand.
Yes, sir.
The FOI brand.
Come on.
And we do understand that our enemies watch our show as well.
Listen.
Right.
And we cannot have even though we might disagree with our sister, we don't want to say anything that the enemy can use to show people who don't know, who out of context, that, okay, well, these brothers don't like this sister. No, that's not the case. We have a disagreement, but it was the preparation.
Yes, sir.
And, you can have a conversation with a guest, an hour-long conversation, everything goes well, but then when you get on that microphone live and it goes left, okay. So, yeah, we learned a lot, brother. We have in place, what we're going to do from now on. We didn't have that in place before. We didn't have the dump button in place. We have a version of the dump button. Yeah, we have a version of the dump button in place. So it was a good learning experience. It was a lesson.
Right.
And that's why I'm bringing this up, because I'm talking to our podcasters.
Yeah.
Because everybody we have on the show might, as brother said, might go off script.
Yes, sir.
And how do we handle that? And they had such a situation. And it's the only reason why I bring that up today. So all of us can learn, and we can use this as a learning opportunity together. Right. So I want to hear from all three of you on that experience.
Go ahead.
Well, it was like Brother Jackie said, it was preparation, but to, I always like to, especially when we're out in public and we're dealing with Muslims, or you claim to be Muslim, minister always says that we don't deal in the public. We deal with our issues. We could take our issues to the back room, and when we finish dealing with each other, we supposed to come out smiling.
Right.
No one's supposed to see us have our beefs, have our all the friction that goes on, and we can deal with each other civilized. That's one thing that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us, to deal civilized, rise above emotion,
yes, sir.
To thinking of God. So we have to deal civilized with each other. And our approach with the sister, especially because she was a sister, it was like, whoa, come on, sis. Do we really need to go there? Because we can go there.
Yeah.
But do you really want us to go there?
Mm-hmm.
So we was actually, during the situation, we was texting each other back and forth.
Right.
And it was like, we should have cut off. We should have just cut off. But her innuendos, her pokes were so, she was being so scientific with it. So we were just trying to deal with her as civilized as we can at the time.
Right.
And we could have did a whole lot of different things. We could have went at it a whole lot of different ways, and we learned.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We learned from what we did, and then we did the political thing after the show. We addressed it. Brother Willie,
yes, you did,
dealt with the situation prior to that, so we were
he
allowed us to use his, and we dealt with it politically, without injury, without malice, without calling Rocco and going out of town, going to see the sister. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be respectful. We're gonna be Muslim. We're gonna deal with this civilized. So,
Brother Kawhi, what did you learn? What would you done differently?
Man, I'm gonna just say this. My mom had this rule that whenever you walk in the house, you're supposed to wipe your feet off at the door first.
Yes, sir.
And walk in the house respectfully. And it was so many brothers and sisters. You come in our house, disrespectfully. All my mom really had to do is give a nod or look, and we would deal with that.
Come on.
That just explains to you how powerful the teachings of the Most High Elijah Muhammad is, because just like Brother JAKQ said and Brother Ahmed said, we was in the situation, uncharted territory, in which we had to deal with it in such a way that it still allow us to get out of that show with our head held high.
Come on.
You got 3 brothers here going at a sister, beating up on the sister. That's just not a good look, especially when we're talking about, we want you to look at us as an example as how a black man should conduct himself.
Come on.
Beating up on our woman, regardless of how disrespectful she was, it's just not a good look. So what we learned from that is just how to, if that's it, we got, like you said, we got contingency plans in place now.
Come
we got
on
that
now,
dunk button
yank.
now.
Yank.
Brother Ahmed being the producer of the show, he talks to the guests now, but he kind of like feels his spirit out, and so now I just doubt that can happen to us again. You got Brother JAKQ. We got too much experience. And it was trust me, it's an embarrassing situation. It was totally embarrassing to us. And that is just not a way. I just don't want to wake up feeling like that again. I don't want to walk around feeling like that again. And so it was a good learning experience. That was light compared to what could possibly happen going forward. So we ready.
And again, let me give y'all a round of applause on that, man, because y'all handled that with dignity, grace, and poise. And a lot of those who are watching the show right now who didn't see that. Matter of fact, if you've watched any episode of the JAKQ Brothers, I want y'all to put a 1 in the chat. If you support and watch the JAKQ Brothers,
we might not get no 1.
Put a 1 in the chat right now. Because we want to let the brothers know when they go back and see these comments, I want them to see those 1s. So while y'all putting them 1s in the chat, go ahead and take that same finger and hit that share button,
like and share.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because with us right now are the JAKQ Brothers in the building. If you're watching on Facebook, like and share. And today, go ahead and subscribe. And again, I wanted to bring up that, I don't want to call it a painful part, but it was a learning thing that I learned from, and we want the other podcasts who are watching tonight to also learn from what some might call a misstep. Ain't no missteps if you learn.
That's
so
right.
I want to use that question, brothers, as a springboard to the upside now. I want y'all to tell us and the viewers who are interested in podcasting 3 do's and 3 don'ts that you've learned in the last year and a half. So I want everybody to give a do individually, and I want you all to give a don't individually.
Do the best you can in vetting your guests. Vet your guests as best you can.
What's a don't?
No, let's go do's and then don'ts.
Okay. Do. Just get started. Just get in motion. Because if you think about it too much, you might not get it off the ground.
Good one.
Definitely good.
Yeah, I like that one. That was my sentiment. Just get it started. Do your research, do your homework on podcasting. They have so many YouTube videos. There's so much teaching on podcasting. Before you step out there, do your homework, do your research, set your business up. It's actually a business. Set your business up, get your team organized. Get a team. You can't do it by yourself. You can do it by yourself, but it would be better if you had a team.
Okay. Now let's start that round again. Let's hear the don'ts.
Don't be afraid.
Come on now.
That's it. Don't be afraid. Go ahead and do it. Just do it.
Don't come to your show without no questions to ask. That's a major. Do you see these questions right here? You got a whole 2 pages. That's how you should come to a show ready.
Yeah, you know why he's saying that, right? You know why he's saying that, right, Ahmed?
Yes,
I guess
sir.
on you.
Don't let anything stop you. Allah is the God that you will something into existence,
Say
you
that.
make it happen.
Say that.
Don't let nothing stop you, hold you back. No negative people in your ear. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. You do it. Step out there, get it done. Do not let anything or anyone hold you back.
Right. Come on.
Come on, let me get that a hand, man. Let me give that a hand.
That's right.
Because so many people who want to go behind the mic, they figured I don't have the tools, I don't have the this, I don't have the that. You got God. You got God. What you waiting on?
Right now.
Just start. I challenge any one of you to go back and watch the first episode of the Rockwell Radio Show. You're gonna be like, damn, that's kind of cruddy.
You should see our first shows.
Von got our like little videos from when we were just warming up. Our group of video. Oh, but Von got those things.
I got it all. Yeah. Matter of fact.
No.
So, note to Big Dave, I want to double back because it's something I forgot to do. There's two things that I can't get through the show. We're in the last 15 minutes. Big Dave, I want to remind the people that this is February, and coming up at the end of the month is Savior's Day.
Come on now.
We are going to all be tuning in to hear the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan deliver what is the Swan Song.
Come on now.
On February the 27th at NOI.org. And we're inviting each and every one of you to be there. All you got to do is at 1 p.m. Eastern, go to NOI.org to hear the message entitled The Swan Song. Thank you, Dave. And the other thing I forgot to do, Dave, before we wrap up, because we're in the last few minutes, and Dave, we're going to take some phone calls. We're going to take some phone calls in just a moment. But the other thing I forgot to do, Dave, is tell the people that tomorrow, the Rockwell Radio Show is taking a turn. We're going on the air tomorrow to bring back beats and breaks. Big Dave, run that video.
Hip hop is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, hit, and The more relaxed you are, that's what makes it hip hop. I'll give them a bye. They look at me like I'm crazy, but then they know this right here is me. And then I give them the peace. I'm out.
To meet us here tomorrow. Brother Jamil in the building. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Meet us here tomorrow. The link will be available. Before we go back to work on Monday, we're going to get a little fun in. I'm bringing back out the turntables right here, and we're bringing back beats and breaks. Before we open up the phone lines to the public, I had to bring in a little laughter, man, to get us to the last part. Let's start moving towards close. Out of all of the interviews that you've had, which ones do you all remember the most and why?
For me, it was Brother Jamil. Student Minister Jamil.
Come on, now why?
Because he expressed himself in a way I don't think he had ever expressed himself publicly before.
Yeah.
And it happened on our show.
Come on now.
And so to me, I've been trying to get him back on our show ever since then. I love him.
Brother Jamil, you heard it right here.
Yeah.
You see, he watching, right?
Oh.
He was watching. Okay, Brother Jamil, he'll be giving you a call.
I have to concur with that one.
Wow.
That interview was very good. It was very open, very candid, very honest. It's what the people need to see.
Come on.
Because it helps those of us who have things like that going on in our lives to open up about them and not be embarrassed, don't care about what someone is going to say. I love that about Brother Jamil.
Yes, sir.
What he did. And definitely that was a powerful interview.
Yes, sir. What'd you say, Art?
Man, we had a lot of great people on the show, but the one that because I adore this brother so much, and I want to see him transition to be one of the super greats. Minister Ishmael.
Yes, sir.
You know, he did something that nobody did when they came on our show.
Yeah.
We was closing. He said, "No, let's pray." Man, that threw me so far off my feet, brother.
Mm.
Something nobody did before. And I plan Ishmael is going to be heard and he's going to be seen. And when he accepted our invitation,
yes, sir.
I'm telling you, I was like, let's get him. Let's make sure. And then he closed in prayer. I was like, oh man. Who does that?
Beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, that
Who
was
does that?
Now, before we open up the phone lines and have your people call my people. Before we open up the phone lines, I want to ask this last question. When you all started this mission with this show,
right, sir.
What was the thing you wanted the viewer to take away most? After the final credits roll and you all hit end live, what do you want the listener to have experienced? And I want to hear from all of you on this.
Well, for me, it's the content. We pick shows that offer content where you can use in everyday life.
Come on.
I mean, we go from mental health, we went to business credit, personal credit, spiritual growth, economics, entrepreneurship, motherhood, fatherhood. For me, it's the content. We want to make sure that everything that we put across the table that you can use in your everyday life.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For me, I want them to have that jock experience. I want them to, when they finish watching the show, they're like just ecstatic about the possibilities of who they can become.
Come on, beautiful.
That's what I want. I mean, we have touched tons of topics, and we got some very serious topics coming up very soon.
Yes, sir.
We should talk about what we got coming up, but yeah, I want that experience when they finish. They're like, oh my God, I gotta share it.
Now, in fact, that's gonna be the closeout question. Y'all getting ahead of me now. so we're gonna say that for last.
Yes, sir.
So that experience, yes, sir.
Ahmed, talk to us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I was raised on each one, teach one, and the information that we give is so prevalent to everyday life. It's if you're not getting it, or if you're getting something, you're able to take that and teach it to your children. We're creating generational knowledge and wisdom, and we're using the teachings, we're using the knowledge and information today, and putting it all into a point of view and giving it to the people. So we have a broad audience, Muslims, lost found. We have a broad audience, Christians, and they're all sitting in front of the TV with their families. It's a family-oriented show. The children can learn. The parents can learn. Nobody's too out of reach that they can't learn something and take something away. So that's basically what we want. We want everybody to get knowledge and wisdom and take it so they can pass it on to their family and their friends.
Yes, sir. Brothers and sisters, the JAKQ Brothers are in the building. Brother Kawi, Brother Jackie. And on the other side of the screen is our brother Ahmed Bia in the building with us, y'all. Let's take a phone call or two from those who watch the JAKQ Brothers. Call us right now at 404-919-7399. If you want to ask the JAKQ Brothers a question before we get up out of here, call the number on your screen and you can talk live to the JAKQ Brothers right here on the Rockwell Radio Show. The number again is 404-9. What's that say? How do we? Okay, we'll get to that. What do you ask? He asks, how do we be considered as a guest? He's launching an audio book, Walking the Road to Recovery, with Brother Hashim doing voiceovers. So, brothers, that's a good question. We'll ask that. How do people get considered as guests?
We taking no less than $1,000. That's it right now. You can buy your way into an interview with the JAKQ Brothers. It's for sale. Come on, man.
You're live on the Rockwell Radio Show. Who's calling?
No.
Brother Patrick.
What latest line, Brother Patrick?
Brother Patrick out of Detroit. How the family is doing?
Brother, we good when we talking to you, black man.
Brother, I am so honored. I want to let y'all know I watch both your shows when I can.
Allahu Akbar.
Hey, I want to ask you, Brother Rockwell, where did you get that video with that white lady in it? You know I saw that white lady in hip-hop. I wouldn't embrace it.
We worked very hard to find her. She's the highest in hip-hop training and dance.
I was wondering the same thing. I really was.
I wouldn't even accept hip-hop.
Hey, Vaughn, just say she's Spanish. If anybody asks, just say she's Spanish. She's Hispanic.
That's only for me, bro.
It's a joke. It's a joke, brother. Because the point of the video was.
I'm just telling you. I'm just letting you know. If I would have saw that,
he just stopped. He just stopped.
No, I ain't with that.
Hey, Brother Patrick, man, thank you for watching the shows, Brother Patrick.
No doubt, Brother Patrick, thank you so much, black man.
I have two personal questions I need y'all to help me with as FYI.
We'll do our best for it.
Well, one, I want to say thank y'all for having Brother Jamil on the show, because Brother Jamil helped me out in my marriage when he was in Detroit. When we had our brother, the mayor, Kwame Patrick there, Minister Farrakhan was in town all the time in Detroit.
Yes, sir.
And Brother Jamil would stop by, and I did it. We was doing security at an event, and I had a situation where my ex-wife cheated on me.
Okay, we're just gonna put that person on. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm on post at these events that we doing.
Yes, sir.
No matter of fact, we was on the Babalo boat doing the all white party.
Yes, sir.
And Brother Jamil was there, and I told him when I went through what I was going through, because bro, I was about to take her life. And
Allah's God.
Brother Jamil was like, brother. He was like, for one, he said, I won't have it anyway. He said, you shouldn't be tolerating that anyway. He said, and then, brother, he said, we need you out here. If you go kill her, how you gonna serve your nation?
Now, I'm interrupt you for a second. And I let this go on that long for this reason. Because when people bear witness of the power of hearing the voices come over these microphones, some of us take that too lightly. And brother, I want to thank you for listening and having that positive outcome, because just think where you would be had you not heard one of these black men's voices. In this case, the voice of Allah coming through Brother Jamil. Brother Patrick, we thank you for calling, black man. Thank you, my brother. Assalamu alaikum. Let's get one more call in before we close, because we are now at that time. Let's get one more call in for anybody else. But until we wait for the phone to ring, let's go ahead and do final comments from the brothers about where they can find you on social media, when the show broadcast, and where is the broadcast going next?
Go ahead, Kawhi.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Brother Vaughn for inviting us to the show. It was fun, brother.
Allahu Akbar. Come on now.
You do a magnificent job, brother.
Allahu Akbar.
We got a spot for you. We got to team up. Anyway, yeah, man. So you can reach us Tuesday nights. Facebook, Instagram. I think Ahmed handled all of that part of the show.
Okay.
Tuesday nights, Eastern time. Definitely on Facebook. He has his own page. JAKQ Muhammad. He has his own page, Ahmed B.I., and I have my own page, Brian Pippins, and we also have the JAKQ Brothers page, and of course YouTube.
Come on now. Come on.
So please tune in, support your brothers, support DJ Rockwell. You know, but this is a you know, to give this quality of service.
Yeah.
Praise be to Allah.
Help this brother financially, man, because it only goes up from here. Thank you.
Come on.
Send that cash up.
I'm good.
I ain't got no insurance. God, we ain't got no insurance in here. Y'all send cash out in case you fall. Brother Jack, go ahead, sir.
I want to thank you, Brother Vaughn, for inviting us to your show. Brother, you have a beautiful ambiance here.
Praise
your
be
studio is nice. We appreciate you, brother. You have been a loyal supporter to us, and we thank you for that, brother. If there's any brothers or sister that would like to come to the show, I'm going to give you a number to reach out to. His name is Ahmed.
On the spot. On the spot.
His number is 770-912-9842. If you would like to be on the JAKQ Brothers show, call that number.
You could have gave out the email address.
Nah, we going to call you, brother. 912-9842. That's his business number.
Give it to him one more time.
This is 770-912-9842. That's his business line. Give Brother Ahmed a call and we can get you on the show. And we want to also thank you, Brother Vaughn. Once again, we want to ask you, brothers and sisters, support Rockwell Radio. Please give to the Cash App. Please like and share our brother video. Please support and subscribe to our brother. He's doing a wonderful job.
Tell us about the show you got coming up, though.
Which one?
The one you trying to get? About the missing children?
Oh, that's big.
About the who? Oh, no.
He like, what you talking about?
I mean, it's not locked in, so I don't.
Oh, so it ain't solid.
Yeah, I don't want.
We don't let the cat out the bag till it's solid.
Yeah.
So, Brother Ahmed, you got the final word, my brother.
Well, let me start by thanking you, brother DJ Rockwell, Brother Vaughn, for bringing us on the show. This is our first interview, and we plan to have, by Allah's grace, many, many more. And I wanted to say regarding that phone number, like Big Red said, my office hours are from 9 to 5. 9 to 5. But I wanted to say podcasting is $1 million industry, and JAKQ Brothers support the nation. You can check all our track records. We're youth mentors. We deal with the junior FOI. We are steady with our charity. We're steady with our final calls. We've all held positions in the mosque. Look, we in our community strong. You go in any of our neighborhoods, people know us.
Come on.
Sometimes if you don't have finances, all you have to do is click the subscribe or just view it. And we should support all of the podcasts that the believers have that are giving out good content. It don't take much. I swear, just a click on your computer. Just pull it up. You sit there and watch a lot of other TikTok and all these other challenges and things of that nature. Support good content, good material. Just support us. That's all I'm gonna say, Brother Vaughn's show. He should have 100, 200 people tuning in. You're just tuning in. Just see what the brother's doing. Check him out. It don't hurt. It don't cost you a thing. What else you doing on Saturday night? Because you shouldn't be out there. How about it outside? You understand what I'm saying?
Big shout out to Pat, Faith Farms in the building.
Yes, yes, sir.
So, nothing but the truth. Give them a big round of applause. I want to shout out Closing the Gap. Y'all shout out out there.
That's right.
Shout out Brother Apocalypse, who broadcast every day. with a beautiful message every day. Who else want to shout out before we close out?
I want to set a challenge to the People's Podcast. Everybody at the sound of my voice, they need to send Josh a text tonight. Tell him why he didn't have JAKQ Brothers on his show. Everybody force his hand. I'm starting the revolution. We going after the People Podcast. We want JAKQ Brothers to be interviewed on that show.
We'll have time for talking, brother. Send Rocco, brother. Send Rocco.
I love you, Josh. I love you, Josh.
That's right.
Keep it going, man. Keep it going, brother.
And support Minister Sharif podcast as well. The Rise Magazine.
Come on.
The Marriage podcast. So
yes,
definitely support our brother podcast. He's doing a wonderful job.
Yes, sir. Ben X just started his own podcast.
Shout out Ben X.
Shout out Zaki.
Zaki Shabazz. Come on.
Zaki Shabazz. Come on, brothers.
Yes.
What about sister, brother and sister? We was
Anthony D and his wife.
Yeah.
Come on, man. If matter of fact, let's close with this. If there is a podcast that you watch, that you support, that's good for our people, put their names in the chat. So that those who are watching can click the link and support them too. Because we got to start a revolution, a cultural revolution, an information revolution, and everything we need is right here.
That's it. Our unity is our success. Come on, man. Everything we need.
One more podcast.
Go ahead, brother.
I checked it out. It was great. Brother Jamil and his wife.
Just shouted them out. Nothing but the truth. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. Produced by Mystery Man.
Now you can catch JAKQ Brothers on Facebook. You can catch JAKQ Brothers on YouTube. You can catch it on Instagram. But really, you need to go to YouTube and watch it. You can watch all our old shows. You can always catch it. Even if you miss it on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can always go watch one of our episodes. There's always something on there for you to learn and take in and share knowledge to your family and your friends.
Come on now. Brother Patrick is launching on March 1, Fear, Faith, and Truth. But Brother Pat, whatever you need, we got you. Pat, whatever you need, we got you.
Oh, that's Tuesday night, Pat.
So, family, we're about to get up out of here. Dave, let's show them that slide one more time about what we got going on tomorrow. Show them that slide one more time, because it's time to pull out your dancing shoes. It's time to bring your towel out. You know,
you gonna show that lady again?
Hip hop is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, hit, and The more relaxed you are, that's what makes it hip hop. I'll give them a bye. They look at me like I'm crazy, but then they know this right here is me. And then I give them the peace. I'm out.
We had to show the white lady one more time before we left.
Come on, man. Hey, peace out to Big Dave. He's behind the scenes. Everybody don't know all the work he's doing. We love you, Big Dave.
This is what Big Dave sees, the producer of the show.
Long time soldier, man. Long time soldier.
Man. So, y'all, we are out of here. The link to tomorrow's show, the get down, the return of Beats and Breaks is happening, and you'll see the link everywhere tomorrow after Mosh Beating. We are out of here.
Peace.
I'd like to know, are you really ready for some super dynamite soul?